All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know, Mr. Adlam, you confused me right about now, but it's all good. I'm gonna go start. Okay, I wanted to record Mr. Adlam, so let's get this going. All right, everyone. I hope you're hearing me clearly, and I truly hope this is being recording, Mr. Adlam, because I tried to, and
You
it
are all
wasn't.
good, ma'am.
But good. Okay, thank you. So I'm just a perfectionist, everyone. So bear with me. So we are not strangers. My name is Rhonda Auguste, and I am a regional vice president with ACN. But when I'm not working ACN, I'm actually the executive director of a private foundation in the great city of Newark, New Jersey. I'm here in New Jersey, and just want to say hello, hello, hello to all of you. Again, I spoke to Mr. and Mrs. Adlam. I felt it was important for us to have an event focusing on educators, but I know we have some individuals on this webinar who are not educators. We love you too. We welcome you because I feel very strongly that this message applies to everyone. We want to just give a little bit of attention to the educators because sadly enough, I think in our society, people don't give educators the kind of respect that they deserve. The reality is, if we don't have educators, we don't have educated people. Can you imagine a world without educated people? So my heart and soul as an educator is, to really feel for educators, even during this time, because a lot of schools have closed. These educators are working really, really hard. They have to manage classrooms. They have to manage homework assignments. My students tell me at their home schools, they have extra homework. So if they have extra homework, that means that the teachers have extra homework to correct. So even though they are home, I feel for our teachers and our educators because I know from my core that they're putting in extra time. So hey, let's talk about educators. Let's talk about the mindset of educators. And I'm speaking from my own vantage point because this is what I've experienced. Here's what I know about educators. We tend to put others before us. That's just the nature of being an educator, right? You want to teach, you want to help, you want to take care of everyone else, but you tend to put yourself in the back seat as opposed to being in the driver's seat. That's why this conversation is so important. You'll hear in a minute why it's so important for you to be in the driver's seat. And it's also important to know that we're in a very difficult time. And without education, who will be educating our scientists to find the vaccine that we need to cure this virus? So again, I want to just say hello to everyone. I want to again say thank you to all the first responders. I wish I could give each of you a hug. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being there on the front line for us. And thank you to our educators for taking time to hop on this webinar. So why ACN? Here's why, and I'm going to share some information in a few minutes, but I want you to think about this before we even begin the conversation. You need to have additional streams of income. That's just reality. Like the gentleman you just heard his voice in the background is Mr. James Adlam. He's our Senior Vice President, Circle of Champion. That's how I learned about ACN. See, he's one of my students. I so believe about paying it forward, educators. You really do pay it forward. And I got the greatest blessing when my student, Mr. James Adlam, reached out to me and said, because I changed his life by giving him a scholarship to attend a boarding school, he wanted to change my life by giving me a chance to own my own business. And I'll be honest, when I went to that meeting, I didn't know what I was walking into because I was trained, like most people, just to work really hard, get a great degree, one day retire, and then to start to live life. So thank God he gave me that call because now I get to live life in the now. And more importantly, I get to help others. I get to change others' lives. And that's the important part to think about this conversation. This is even beyond you. Yes, this is a great opportunity for you to look at for yourself. But I want you to pause and think about who else in your life is in desperate need of this conversation. Here's what I know before I go on to our slides. When you work for someone, they essentially control your present and your future. That's just reality. See, I didn't know that this even existed before Mr. Adlam called me. So I was like, everyone living life this way. But here's what I know. When you own your own business, you own your present, you own your future. And that's why this conversation is so critical. So I'm going to share with you some slides. And after the slides, you're going to hear from 3 phenomenal people who I absolutely adore and admire so much. You're going to hear from a young woman who was a special ed teacher and now homeschools her children. How great is that? You're going to hear from a gentleman who again, these are 3 people that I just so respect. This gentleman started his own charter school. How great is that? And then my heart really pours out to this individual you're going to hear from, who is the principal in the epicenter of New York City as we speak. So my heart reaches out to her as well. So stay tuned. You're going to hear some great, great, great conversations from our three special guests. So let's talk about income. This is what this conversation is about. So here's the reality. Excuse me one second. Here's the reality. As an educator, you're getting linear income. Excuse me. You're getting linear income. Linear income means you do the job, you get paid. When you don't do the job, you don't get paid. I heard the numbers this morning, 10 million people lining up for unemployment here in the US. That's real. That's real, because once their work ended, they stopped getting paid. What I love about our company is we have what is called residual income. Residual income means you do the job once and you get paid over and over and over again. The best examples of residual income are rental income, interest income, and royalties. So let's talk about our company. Our company is the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and other essential services. You see it on this page. You see our amazing, beautiful headquarters located in Concord, North Carolina. All those flags represent the countries that we currently do business in. On the bottom of that picture, you see recognition, credibility. The fact that we have an A+ rating with Better Business Bureau speaks volumes. So educators, you know, A+ is everything. We already have an established track record. So here's the deal. We're not trying to convince anyone to do this business. All we're saying is, look, keep an open mind. See, here's who we are. Very simple. We are a customer acquisition company. We have a long track record, been around since 1993. We are currently in 27 countries on 5 continents, already $4 billion in sales in the last 5 years and growing, and millions of customers acquired. What I appreciate about our company is that we offer services for both residential and business customers. These are all very practical services that people are using every day. So here's my thing. If you're going to use those services anyway, and you're going to have residual bills for the rest of your life, why not change over the equation and get residual income from the very same services that you're going to use regardless? And again, as I said, credibility is everything. I promise you, Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, DirecTV, Dish, to name a few, all did their research. They would not partner with us unless they knew we were the real deal, and we are. We also offer an incredible service called ID Seal. I'm a little bit nervous now because I was again watching this program this morning. I was concerned about, because there's so many people using the internet now. Thank God, the good news is we should be fine. But that also means there are more predators lurking around, because they know more people are using internet. So you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. ID Seal is a phenomenal service that we offer to protect your identity, to protect your children's identity, protect your personal records. So please, 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 take a look at ID Seal. Either you come on board with us or you don't come on board with us. That's your choice. But either way, make sure you protect yourself. What I love about what we do is we feed children every time we acquire a customer. How it works is every time that customer pays their bill, is a child. We've fed millions of children because of our partnership with Project Feeding Kids, Feeding America, and Food Banks of Canada. So our business model is very simple. We go right to the source, which is our customers. By doing that, we bypass all of the expenses attributed to media, internet, and internet marketing. So we pass on those savings to our customers. That's the difference. This is a whole new era. This is the new normal. Like, this is the way businesses are working and operating. So the first thing we do is make sure you get a personalized website. Why that is critical is that with that website, now you have an international business from your home. That means that anyone in any of our 27 countries and anyone in any of our 50 states can become either your business partner or your customer. How great is that? So again, this is real talk, folks. This is not, what we're encountering now in our real world is real. We have to have income. Like, that's just the way we survive. There's no way around it. So here are 4 ways that we generate income. The first way we generate income is by personal customer bonuses. So the company appreciates and understands the fact that we're human beings. Human beings need immediate gratification. What that means is we can't wait a whole month to get paid. What's great about our business, imagine you come on board and within a week, you're already getting a direct deposit. And it's up to you how big that direct deposit is going to be. Like, hey, you know what? Why not go for the 600 or the 800? Why settle for 75? You are in the driver's seat. You are controlling the direction of your business. The other way we earn income is with personal residual income. What that means is we get paid with commissional revenue. You get paid up to 20%. There are no quotas in our business. You can sign up as many people as you would like. In fact, the company wants you to sign up as many people as possible. The more, the merrier, and the more you get paid. The third way we get paid, the third source of income, is with overriding customer acquisition bonuses. What that simply means is we build teams. Because here's what I know in my core. You all know people who are looking for this business opportunity. They're out there. And because you help them, the company say, hey, thank you for doing that. Thank you for changing a life. Thank you for introducing our business to someone else who we may not have had a chance to get to know. And they say, we'll give you a bonus just for doing that. And again, folks, there are no quotas. You have to, as many people as you encourage and share with, the more the merrier. The company will compensate you accordingly. And the fourth way we build income is with overriding residual income. What that means is, as you build a team, you also position yourself to get commissionable revenue up to 4% commissionable revenue on all of your team in your first 5 levels. How great is that? So there are different earned positions in our company. The very first position is called customer qualified. As a team, with Team Revolution, and that's the team that we're part of, we make sure we get our newcomers, our new business partners, customer qualified within 24 hours. Why? Because we want to get payment in their deposit as quickly as possible. We want them to get a direct deposit as quickly as possible. When you get that first deposit, it builds up your belief. You're going to be hearing in a few minutes from amazing regional directors in our company. My position is regional vice president. And the gentleman who introduced me to ACN is Mr. James Adlam, who is a senior vice president. So what happens next? What do? We're going to help you become an independent business owner. And the key word in there is independent. Like I said in the beginning, you own your business. At the end of the year, you get a 1099 for tax purposes. Not bad either. For $199, you get to start your own business. And the company is going to give you a personalized website. You're going to have access to an amazing app, the Compass app, and all of the marketing tools that this incredible company has created for us. They will track your business for you. They'll give you all the reporting you need. And hey, here's the best part. Because I know as educators and for the others on this call, I have yet to meet one person who isn't busy. Like that's just the nature of the world we live in. Like even though I'm home, I think I'm busier working from home than ever before. They will cover all of your customer support for you. How great is that? To maintain that kind of level of business support, $25 a month. Are you kidding me? I mean, to open up a website is a lot more than $25 a month. I feel that is a bargain. So take advantage of what is on the table. And I do want to add this real quickly. Because it's only $224 to get your business off the ground, don't disrespect the business and think it's cheap. No, it's all about language. It's accessible. It's not cheap. No, the company could easily charge a lot more for our business, but because of who they are, they want to make sure that everyone has access. So what's next? Very simple. Get started. Like really, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? The first thing we're going to do is generate your business ID number. Whomever it is that invited you to this webinar, they'll walk you through every step of the way. This is what I love about our company, and that's what I love about Team Revolution. We have an incredible system that all you have to do is be really great about duplicating the system. The next thing is sign up for the services. Like for me, like both of my sons, by the way, here's a secret. As soon as your children are 18 years old, make sure they become your business partners. So both of my sons are over 18 and they're both my business partners. And they know the rule of thumb in our household is if you need a new cell phone, you best not go out and get a cell phone. Hey, guess what? You can't even go out and get a cell phone now anyway. The kiosks are closed. The malls are closed. You go to your website and purchase what you need. They understand that. We keep it within the family. So you want to really understand that this is a business. This is a family business that you can start. So I can't even fathom signing up for somebody else's service. Like to me, that would never happen. Why would I? Like, why wouldn't I want to make sure that whatever services I have on the backside, I'm gonna get paid as well? Hello, it just makes sense. So here's how it works. You acquire 5 services. The company is gonna give you a bonus of $200. Again, remember what I said in the beginning. We want this done within the first 24 hours. Why? Because we want to build up your credibility and your belief as quickly as possible. So why not get 100? Think about the math now for the mathematicians on the line. You invested $224, and now in the first 24 hours, you position yourself to get $200. Not a bad investment. Then we want you to share your story. See, this is too good to hold to yourself. You want to share with everyone you know. People are out there who are yearning, who want to hear from you. And you just have to open your mouth and share this amazing business with them. And again, the company says, you know what? Thank you so much for going out and doing that. Because you did that, we're going to give you an extra $50 for each new person that comes in and also tries the services at the 5 service level. The company, so again, think about this, folks. Within 24 hours, 48 hours, your business, you dictate the pace that you want to build this business. If you want to get paid $350 within 24 hours, then do it. You don't have to wait for a boss to tell you, oh, by the way, you may get a raise or you may not. This is real talk. This is about owning your own business. So at this point, I am going to turn it over to these 3 amazing people. You are in for a treat. So again, the first individual you're going to hear from is Miss Nadine Wilkins. We'd love to hear from you, Miss Wilkins.
Thank you so much, Miss Rhonda Auguste. Let me see. Can you see me okay?
I'm sure we can. Give me 1 second. Yes.
Okay, it's not changing on my view. It's still on screen share.
Okay. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share today. I am so grateful to be here. Before I say anything about myself, I want to let everybody know who you just heard from. Miss Rhonda Auguste, not only is she a regional vice president, but that foundation that she just told you about, that foundation completely changed my life at the age of 12 when I got a $100,000 plus scholarship to go away to boarding school. So part-time, Ms. Rhonda Auguste has built this business, a regional vice president business, but she also runs a multi-million-dollar nonprofit organization. So I am so grateful that she thought enough about me and gave me a call and asked, do you keep your business options open? I was completely blown away. 1, because she was already successful in her own right. And she doesn't like when I say this, but she is also a Harvard graduate. I don't know many Harvard graduates. So if someone who is a mentor to you, who's already successful, calls you and says, do you keep your business options open? You absolutely say yes. So I am so incredibly grateful for you, Miss Rhonda, and everything that you have done for our family. And hi, everyone. For those of you, this is our first time meeting. I'm right here in New Jersey. Like Miss Rhonda said, I'm a former special education teacher. Prior to that, I was in corporate America, and I went into special education to make a difference, right? Ms. Rhonda can tell you, she's been there for me for every single major milestone in my life. We had lunch before I decided to leave corporate America to go into teaching, but I felt like that's where I was called to make a difference. And, I was so grateful to be able to give back to the community. I was a special ed teacher in Newark, to a community that did so much for me, right? However, there was so much going on behind the scenes that I do want to share with everyone, right? Some of the pain that I experienced was, 1, now I was commuting over an hour. I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I have 3 very active boys. I was commuting an hour to work, commuting an hour back, and then I also own an education consulting business that I was doing in the evening. So literally when Miss Rhonda called me, she called at the best time, because I remember that day. I had the worst day possible, went to work, saw clients, and I remember coming home saying, oh my God, like, is this it? Is it that you just work and then you die? And so when she called me and I saw the information that you guys just saw, I was completely blown away, because what I heard was this: work from home, residual income, and unlimited income potential. See, that language and that concept was something that in all my years of education and all my years of working, I was never really introduced to. So I was so grateful to be able to not only be an entrepreneur, but to be able to work from home and to have more time to spend with my kids. Because more than anything, I lived a lifestyle where I spent more time with everyone else's children than my own. Like, I really didn't know it was possible to live the life that I have now, where I'm able to homeschool my children. I'm able to run a business from home. I'm able to help other people do the same exact thing. So fast forward to today, I work from home. I homeschool my children. I make residual income, which is completely life-changing income. Guess what? My education consulting business, when everything shut down in the state, that shut down. But I was so grateful for what I've been able to build in ACM, because guess what? I not only get customer acquisition bonuses that are paid out weekly, but I also get a residual check no matter what happens. So I am so grateful for you, Miss Rhonda. I'm so grateful for the company, because every single service that we offer, I was already paying for. So it was a no-brainer. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share today, Miss Rhonda. And I give it back to you. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Miss Nadine. And think about it, folks. Why I didn't have a conversation with Miss Nadine Wilkins? She'd probably be working from home now, because she was going to still be a teacher, most likely. And she wouldn't have had to spend quality time with her children. What she also didn't share is that when I called her, she was pregnant with her third child. She had to break up a fight that Friday. That's why she was in tears that Friday evening and I reached out to her that Sunday. So you just don't know where people are in their lives. No greater joy, especially for our educators on the line. You know this. There is no greater joy than changing lives. So thank you so much, Ms. Wilkins. I appreciate you so, so much. The next person we're going to hear from is Reverend Garvey Inns. So yes, he's a reverend, but he's also an educator. He started his own charter school in Newark, New Jersey. Reverend Garvey Inns, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Miss Rhonda. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
All right. A blessed Palm Sunday to everybody. I hope everybody is staying safe. For those of you, let me express my thanks and appreciation to both Miss Rhonda and Miss Nadine. One of the things that I found in this business is that you will meet some incredible people along the way. I always say to myself, when I was in corporate America, to get a promotion, you had to hope that the person ahead of you moved, get fired, get downsized, or died, or something like that for you to advance. What I found in this business, that the incredible people that you work with are all there to help you. Let me tell you a little about myself. I grew up, I work in corporate America, and I'm also a minister of the gospel. And I got laid off from the business. And after that, I led a team that started a charter school in Newark. And we were looking to move from the chalkboard to the smartboard. It was an attempt to change the trajectory for students in Newark who we believe that weren't able to survive in corporate America. And that's when we started a charter school. And that has been my mission, working with the charter school, which later merged with a larger charter school. But however I got into this business, I got into this business in the chemo room, of all places. I am a cancer survivor, diagnosed with cancer. And in the chemo room, while taking chemo, my nurse looked at me and asked me if I look at other ways of making income. Well, I looked at her cross-eyed, because here I am in the chemo room and you talking about making other income while I'm talking about living. She threatened me because she was a good friend. I went to the presentation. Mr. Adam did the presentation and I walked out. Because my background as an engineer, educator, felt that this was a little too easy. It was not complex enough, because life was supposed to be complex. And it's like the Spirit said to me, why do you have to make things so complex? Life can be easy too. I got to the elevator, I turned back and I signed up, and I haven't regretted since. I'm so excited about this business. So to the educators, I know most of you would never ever thought that your homeroom will become your home. Everybody saw the classroom and the homeroom was another class. But look at what happened over the last couple of weeks. Instead of having a homeroom in school, you now have a homeroom at home. This is a business that would help change your trajectory of not just helping students, but also helping yourself in earning more. Most of us know that educators are underpaid, especially teachers. This is a great opportunity to supplement your income so that you can have residual income in a time of need. And as a minister, I know that this too is also good for our parishioners who are also at home. You might not be earning like you used to, but this is an opportunity to change your lifestyle, change your family lifestyle, change your trajectory to where you're going, and realize that ACN and the people in ACN, the tremendous people in ACN, can help you transform your life into something that gives you both time and money. So with that, Ms. Rhonda, thank you for letting me share. To the team, let me express my thanks and appreciation to you and to the leadership. Back to you, Ms. Rhonda.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Mr. Reverend Garvey. Here's what's really fascinating. That nurse that introduced him to ACN was someone who I introduced to ACN. She's the parent of one of my White Foundation alumni. So that's how small the world is. Now, there again, for educators on this call, you have families you work with who are in desperate need of you opening your mouths to change their lives. Like if I didn't talk to that individual, the parent, who is a registered nurse herself, and was there to take care of Garvey and pass on the information, Mr. Garvey wouldn't know about this. Now his life has changed forever. So there are people, whether it's students, whether it's your peers, your colleagues, families, talk to them. They worship you. They respect you anyway. They're gonna listen to what you have to say. Last but certainly not least, I would love to welcome to the webinar, Ms. Keziah Roberts. She is in the epicenter, folks, as a principal. Keziah, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, Ms. Auguste, thank you so much for inviting me onto the call. And I also just want to show my love and appreciation for the two educators who just shared, definitely very close to my heart. What I love about this company is that I knew none of you before ACN, but that I was able to connect with you because of the great supports that the company overall provides, and because of just the way that you guys personally help to bring relationships together and help to make me feel like I am family, like blood family. So sending my love out for all of you, for the example that you set before I even arrived on the scene, and for everything that you've given to me personally and professionally. So for those who don't know me, yes, I am a educator. You know, years and years ago, I was loving what I did. You know, I've been doing education for more years than I want to share on this call, but I loved it. I was a high school principal. I was in the heart of the South Bronx. I was giving, but honestly, I was tired all the time. You know, I had no time for my kids. I had no time for my family, and I was just exhausted. And a friend of mine showed me this business, and she said, you know, Keziah, think about your future. Think about what you're gonna do down the line. You know, I thought that plan of like working my whole life, getting that good job, getting good grades, going to work, I thought that plan would give me the results that I wanted, but I started to see in my career that I was never gonna get there. And so I didn't have a lot of hope. But when she showed me the business, it just made so much sense. And so I got in and, you know, started putting the system into place. And a short time after that, my husband got diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma cancer. You know, I should say he is alive and well today, thank God. But when he was diagnosed, our entire lives went upside down. You know, he went to disability. He said to them, you know, I'm sick, I can't work. They said, well, you haven't been sick long enough to qualify for disability. You have to be sick for a year to be considered disabled. So his income got snatched. I thought, okay, well, I'm okay. I've been in the department at that time. I'd been working for the New York City Department of Education for 13 years. In 13 years, I had taken 5 personal days, right? Like I said, I was committed to my job. And so I went to them and I said, hey, I know I have a lot of time accumulated. I need to take time to be with my husband. And they said to me, Keziah, if you were sick, you'd get that time, but your husband is sick. And so you get 3 personal days, and so 3 paid days, right? And so I was faced with, what do I do? Do I watch my husband struggle through this illness so I can keep a roof over our head and work? Or do I have a leap of faith, jump in, and be home with him. And, you know, I took that leap of faith. You know, I jumped in, I walked away from my full-time career. I didn't just say I would be back. I pulled out. I was like, I am done. I'm going to focus on my husband. And what gave me hope at that time is just before that, we had started this business, and I had vision, and I had a desire to learn, and I had great, incredible leaders who were willing to help me. And I'm telling you, they walked us through every step of the way. And I was able to spend 3 years at home with my husband, building this business, hit the regional director position. I was able to homeschool my children for that time. I was able to just focus on them. By God's grace, we still live in our home. We still have our 2 cars, everything. But because of the system that ACN has in place where anybody can win. You know, I had no background in this business, but again, I had a desire to learn. I was motivated, and I had an incredible system of support and incredible leaders. And so I'm just so grateful to this company. You know, I returned to work a short time ago, back in the principalship, love being around kids every day, but my mindset has completely shifted because I don't feel when I'm there, like, oh my gosh, this is it. I used to look at people who were superintendents or like, what would the next step for me be if I wanted, you know, if I wanted more, you know, and they were exhausted and tired. They were counting down the days to retirement. I'm no longer doing that. I'm no longer saying I got to work until 65. I have to, you know, put in, I don't even have the pressure, right? Like I walk in like, whatever I do, I'm doing out of love and out of my heart, because that pressure, that demand is no longer there because of the opportunities that ACN puts on the table. So I just want to say, I love all of you guys. If you are considering this, just jump in. You have the help. You will have the support. You will have the support of people you don't even know. Trust me, they will hold your hand. They will get you through. And if you have the desire to learn and you're open, you will win in this business. Ms. Rhonda Agis, again, thank you so much for inviting me on today and allowing me to share.
Wow, wow, wow. Again, 3 phenomenal individuals. You know, I reached out to them and say, hey, I'm doing this for educators. Can you jump on? And they said, absolutely. Thank you all for your incredible testimonies. So just one more slide, actually a couple more slides, and then we'll be done. And then out of respect for your time, really simple. You've heard from 3 amazing leaders. Start your business. Again, what do you have to lose? Focus on what you can gain. Schedule your game plan. Whomever invited you on to this webinar will show you exactly what it is. You heard from Keziah. All of this is a system that you have to follow. And if you're an educator, you know how to follow a system. You already know about lesson plans. You already know about programming. All of that is no different. Just follow their lead. And this Team Revolution provides amazing training that you'll be able to tap into. And there's also online training as well. This is a business that you're never in it by yourself. You know, we work together as a team. That's who we are. So I wanted to share this slide and a couple last thoughts, and then we'll be ending. This is real facts, folks. As of March, there's a Google trend of people searching for the term work from home. There's a spike as of March 2020. People are looking, okay? As you can see, it was flatlined for a bit there, about 20%. Now, up to 100% of people are searching. They are in need. You have a gift. You've been given a gift. Do not take it for granted. So I want to say this again, especially to my educators. Challenge yourself to be willing to think outside the box. You've been programmed, like most employees, to operate one way. Work, work, work until one day you get to retire, and then you can start to live life. Don't do that. Don't do that. As you heard from Keziah, you heard from the other leaders, work with a plan. Have something in place for your children. You give to everyone else. Why not give to yourself? Why not protect your children? Why not create a legacy for them? It doesn't have to be a one-way conversation. This is a two-way conversation. You give to others, they give back to you. Like I said to you, paying it forward, Mr. Adlin changed my life by giving me a call, and I was able to change others' lives. So by helping him, he helped me, and now I help others. So do not take this for granted. So I would encourage you, please, 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 talk to the person who invited you on to this webinar and tell them you're in. Like seriously, one of the things I do is teach my students, I teach them about the analogy, and okay, I have a bottle, so I don't have a full bottle, but imagine a glass that's half full with water. It's all about perception. So I look at the glass that's half full. I'm about being optimistic. And I challenge you to look at this with a half glass full mentality, meaning that what if? And those are my 2 words too. I also said, why not? Like, what do I have to lose? For me, I always focus on what I have to gain. So everyone, please stay safe. I know it's it's a tricky life and time we live in, but I don't believe in accidents. Things do happen for a reason. Take advantage of this time. Run with this business. You have nothing to lose, but so much to gain. Thank you all. Be safe and have a phenomenal day. Take care. Bye-bye.